Hello everyone, thanks for joining AI-powered design and manufacturing services for next-generation medical equipment. I'm Ryan, Director of Advantech. Advantech MEP team has over 20 years experience in medical and healthcare applications, especially medical equipment that require powerful medical imaging performance like CT, MR, ultrasound, surgical robotic, clinic, and dental environment. We offer a one-stop shopping service covering medical-grade design, validation, production, longevity, and quality control. In today's session, you will learn how Advantech implement NVIDIA AI-powered solution into next-generation medical equipment. We invite Keith Warden to discuss Advantech medical market focus. Rainier and Rupali from Advantech and NVIDIA will discuss innovative AI-powered accelerators. After that, Rita and Roger will present MEP offerings, medical-grade quality control, and production service.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for joining our session today. My name is Keith Warden. I'm a district sales manager here at Advantech. Today, we're covering the exciting topic of medical equipment devices and trending solutions. But first, I want to spend a few minutes providing a quick overview of why your medical equipment and partnership play a critical role in our healthcare world. Technology has brought about advances in the healthcare community that affect all of us. From electronic medical records, which help to streamline information exchange, to new cutting-edge treatment systems that pinpoint diseases and aid in the healing process. All of these rely on advances in technology. Well, through the years, technology has aided in the development of many treatments and medications that allow for a better quality of life for all of us. For example, advances in vaccines for communicable and viral diseases such as smallpox, malaria, polio, and even now COVID, were developed to help prevent and spread infection. These were built on years of research and tools used to study these diseases. Today, technology helps to expedite some of these discoveries and bring medications to market faster. Our gained knowledge in physiology and germ theory, which has led to advances in bacteriology, antibiotics, cellular biology, have all been made possible through developments in technology. These allow us to understand and study the microbiological world around us. To bring this closer to home, today's struggle with antibiotic resistance is being fought with technology. Studies already underway for finding solutions are utilizing machine learning algorithms, which are built on AI platforms and promise faster methods of testing, not to mention lower costs. In a recent study, AI has been used to assist in the diagnosis of skin cancer with much greater accuracy than the human doctors. Another unrelated trial, AI was used to score coma patients, which is used to assist in the predicting of if and when patients might wake up. IBM is currently developing a system used to sort through millions of images and medical health records to assist radiologists and cardiologists in diagnosing diseases. Most of today's surgical medicine was developed through invasive studies and decades of research. Well, more recently, improvements in non-invasive technology such as X-ray, ultrasound, CAT scans, and MRIs have led to much quicker and more widely available methods to collect data without ever cutting into a patient. These technologies have allowed for advancements in medicine that we hadn't even considered 20 years ago. Switching gears slightly, as regulatory agencies strive to improve outcomes of patients around the globe, some of their focus has been on supply chains. Within the medical device markets, these are critical, and they allow for traceability to ensure the consistent quality of products. So, what do all these advances in medicine have in common? Well, I believe they stand on the shoulders of the available technology and manufacturer of the times. I ask you now to join me as we explore some of these avenues, such as artificial intelligence, what a solid medical device partner should look like, and how Advantech can help you find success in your projects.
Thank you, Keith, for your insights. Let's see what Rainier and Rupali think about emerging trend and innovation in AI-powered accelerators for medical imaging.
Good morning, good afternoon. I will share you some emerging trend and innovation of AI-powered accelerator for medical application, as well as how we support you with your medical AI application. My name is Reinier Middel. I'm heading the sales team in Europe with my focus on medical OEM market, with great teams to support you locally. They include sales, project managers, and engineers. I'm based in the Netherlands. Our customers are medical OEM, what we call medical equipment builders. They develop their own medical equipment for various applications, like below on the screen, for ultrasound, dental, X-ray, MRI, etc. As development and manufacturing partner to our medical customers, our local teams understand the domain know-how about medical design process, certifications, product lifecycle, and performance, which are important for those applications. To support your compute and imaging part for AI imaging accelerations, select the right components for support 10 to 15 years, longevity, and medical grade services for those applications. Advantech supplies a huge variation of standard and customized boards and platforms for use in embedded computing and display solutions, and medical graded if required. You as our customer can concentrate on your core competence, like probes, interfaces, application software, which is your IP, while you can trust Advantech to take care of the computing, display, imaging part, development, integration, and manufacturing. There's a trend of AI-powered innovation to accelerate medical imaging in various applications, like biometrics, blood, tissue analysis and screening, clinic, dental, and surgical applications, in diagnostic equipment, like CT, X-ray, MRI, and ultrasound. I'm pleased to introduce you Rupali Deshpande, NVIDIA Global Partner Business Manager, to tell us more about medical trend and how their solution can be deployed in your medical equipment.
Hey, thank you, Renier. Okay, so let us take a look at some of the emerging medical devices trends that we are seeing today. So the first one is, of course, the diagnostic imaging. So these include the traditional medical instruments like the CT and the MRI machines and the mammographies and dental CTs. So these instruments traditionally use a lot of compute, but the new trend that we are seeing is these instruments are leveraging a lot of AI in many of the use cases. So that's a growing and emerging trend. The second interesting one really is the in vitro diagnostics, which include devices like genome sequencers. So these are used for the human DNA analysis or even to identify the new COVID strains. So these play an extremely critical role in such use cases. Apart from genome sequencers, there are also new workflows like digital pathology, which are emerging. So digital pathology is about taking a digital footprint of a specimen so that you do not have to basically preserve the original specimen for future references. And wherever there is an aspect of digital involved, there is a huge opportunity to leverage AI. So that's another trend that we are seeing, which heavily leverages AI. The next one is in the field of therapeutics and robotics. So these are basically use cases like AI-enabled endoscopy, AI-enabled surgery, or radiation oncology. So these use cases leverage a lot of graphics, compute, and AI. And AI plays a very interesting role here because here AI is actually guiding a surgeon during a surgery on things like, where to look, what to avoid, how to go about the surgery, how to navigate through it, so that a lot of workload or the mental workload of the surgeons is reduced to a larger extent. So very, very interesting use cases, and we are seeing a lot of innovation in this area. And the next one, since we have been in the pandemic, this use case has been in great demand, and it is the point of care and patient monitoring. So this is basically using smart cameras where you can leverage AI to do remote patient monitoring or surgery analytics and these kind of use cases, which can be categorized into smart hospital, categories. Okay, so we have these amazing innovation and technologies which are being introduced in the medical industry domain. But the huge challenge with instruments is how do these instruments keep up with this new technology? And this challenge is very specific for the instruments industry because the life cycle of instruments is typically for like 10 to 10 to 15 years. And so it's really not practical to wait for 10 to 15 years to upgrade an instrument so that it can adopt new technology. Hence there is a need to make our medical devices software defined. So what it means is that we are decoupling the screens and the sensor of the instrument from the computer of the instrument. Now let's take an example of a self-driving car. That is an excellent example of software-defined cars. So today, if we have to add new features to a self-driving car, what we really do is you upgrade the software, or at the max you change or upgrade the computer inside the car. But there is not really a need to like upgrade the entire car. And exactly this is the same concept applied for medical devices. It's basically decoupling the computer from the sensors, and now this computer can be installed or can be located next to an instrument like a sidecar, or in the data center, or on the cloud, anywhere. But so that so that the instrument can have access to the latest and the greatest AI algorithms, and the compute and the software component of it can be easily updated or upgraded. Okay, of course, AI plays a huge role, in the medical devices innovation. So let me give you a quick snapshot on the AI workflow. So it really starts from training. It's like getting the data and training the model on that data, on various platforms available. And once the model is trained to do a particular task, it is deployed at the edge on the servers or on the devices or medical devices for inferencing. Okay, we have this amazing technology which is being innovated, but again, the big challenge the industry is facing is how do industry adopt these latest and the greatest technologies? And to address this issue, we have created our NVIDIA CLARA platform, which is basically an end-to-end application framework for the healthcare industry. So NVIDIA CLARA is specifically a software platform so that developers can adopt technology and create applications in the healthcare domain. Now, these include whether it is for training or labeling the data, and then deploying these models maybe on the scanners or on the servers or workstations or on the medical devices. So NVIDIA CLARA is basically the collection of the software tools, libraries, resources, SDKs, which helps developers, or I would say, which gives developers a starting point to get started with the AI development. Now, let me give you a couple of examples on some of the features which are included in the CLARA platform. So one, we have pre-trained models. So these models are, so we have models like for lung tumor segmentation or for brain tumor segmentation, or even COVID-19 models. So if the developer wants to develop an application, AI application, they can just download these pre-trained models, which are already trained to do a particular task. They can retrain the model or tweak them with their own data, and then it is ready to deploy. So they do not have to, basically train the model from scratch or bother about getting lots of data to start on the training. So they can just get the pre-trained models and get started with their AI work. And this saves a lot of time and resources for developers and helps to, quickly adopt AI into the workflows. The second example is the AI-assisted annotation. Again, a very interesting tool that we have. So data annotation or data labeling is the most important aspect in the AI workflow. And it becomes even critical for medical images because this annotation or labeling cannot be done by a common man. It needs to be done by an expert or by a radiologist, because here you are actually labeling cancerous cells, you are labeling human organs, so you really need that expertise. So here what we have done is we have this feature called AI-assisted annotation, where we have trained the AI to annotate the data. So you can easily get the feature and start with your data annotation without the need of having an expert. So there are lots of such tools and resources and features which are part of the CLARA platform, and they range from training, to deployment, to smart hospitals, to every other use case that you can think about for healthcare. Okay, so what really matters for instruments is really the inferencing, because training happens in the data center, but what happens on the instruments is the inferencing. And when it comes to inferencing, there are two very important aspects. One is the accuracy or the precision, and the second is the speed, or we would say like real-time performance. And hence, we have created this platform called TensorRT, which helps achieve this accuracy and speed for inferencing. And then we have a new GPU architecture called Ampere, where we have really fine-tuned the inferencing platform or TensorRT to have some more int8 optimization so that you can get that desired performance, at real time. And the beautiful part about TensorRT is it is compatible, or it can be integrated with every other AI workflow available. Whether you are developing your application on TensorFlow or PyTorch or Caffe, it can be easily integrated in any of the frameworks for TensorRT. Okay, so this is about inferencing. Now, as we have more and more AI models integrated or deployed at the edge or on medical devices, the other challenge that comes up is the scale. How do you really manage these many models? How do you deploy? And at the same time, making sure that the system is performing optimally. So it's extremely important to take a look at this parameter as well as we scale. And hence, we have the Triton Inference Server, which basically helps you, which basically helps scale the AI models, like from single to multiple AI models on multiple GPUs and even on multiple nodes. And again, the important aspect here is the Triton Inference Server can work on CPUs as well. Okay, so now let me summarize like how we are accelerating this world of instruments. We are basically doing this with the help of three pillars. So first one, of course, is the hardware. It's our GPUs. So we have GPUs that range from data center to the edge. The GPUs in data center are really meant for high performance with heavy compute and graphics and AI workloads. Whereas the GPUs which are meant to be deployed at the edge, they are of very low power, smaller form factor, which can be deployed even in the smallest of instruments, like smart cameras. But then just having a great hardware is not enough. And if you want the hardware to perform optimally, you really need to have a good software platform. And hence we have NVIDIA CLARA, which is a collection of tools and resources, which helps you develop applications, whether it is for AI training or whether it's for endoscopy or reconstruction, any kind of workflow. We have tools and resources which will help you develop applications on the CLARA platform, which will help utilize the GPUs and the hardware very, very efficiently. Now, again, having a great hardware and software is not enough. We have this great technology, but then again, our challenge is how do we take this great technology to our customers, to every doctor, to every physician, to every surgeon out there? It is to our partners like Advantech. So they play such a crucial role here, in packaging our hardware and software solutions, developing solutions around it, and then taking these solutions to our customers and deploying it and making it accessible and available to every surgeon and every doctor out there. And hence this partnership is extremely critical, and I'm thankful to Advantech for this awesome partnership. And so with this, I thank them also for giving this opportunity. And with this, I would like to hand it over to Renier so that he can summarize and wrap up this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rupali, for the nice detailed introduction of NVIDIA's solution for medical applications. Here a summary why we co-work with Tier 1 partner NVIDIA for your application. This is why we all adopt NVIDIA GPU family. Medical applications require strong image processing for graphic performance and AI applications. This combined with fast CPU processing and embedded platforms. Whatever application for like endoscopy, fluorescence, GE imaging, this is why Advantech has strong partnership relationship with NVIDIA to combine those elements together. An early integration, proof of concept, and final production. Medical image processing solution ready for medical embedded systems. Popular form factor to integrate. Simply system structure to improve development time. Real-time image processing in mission-critical medical applications. We will work with you as a medical customer on integration of these NVIDIA solutions in your medical applications, like integrate NVIDIA solutions, integrate FPGA on custom interfaces, complete system integration, co-work with software eco-partners. Find products with a long life cycle to support you to sell your application in the market for a long time. With our engineers and solution architects, we form a virtual R&D team in Europe with our customers to find the best solution. Either build a standard module or complete tailor-made meet your requirements. This all with backup from a headquarters for final development and production in Taiwan. We trust this part of the medical webinar is useful for you to contact us for further discussion. Thank you for joining.
Medical-grade design, platforms, and the production service are getting more and more important. So let's welcome Rita and Roger.
Hello everyone, I'm Rita and this is Roger. We are product manager on Advantech Medical Equipment DMS team. Today, we will be discussing the customized embedded design service offered for next generation medical equipment. Our team, Medical Equipment DMS, is looking forward to the next generation of medical applications. Advances in medical science demonstrate that general-purpose medical diagnosis and treatment are gradually evolving toward precision medicine and personalized medical service. By incorporating the latest AI and image technology, Advantech Medical Equipment DMS team is not only the component vendor, but also a total solution provider with mass customization capabilities. No matter whether it is for traditional X-ray, ultrasound machine, specialty application in dentistry or ophthalmology, the Medical Equipment DMS team can offer the solution for diverse medical devices, from computing PC systems to panel PC and tablet, as well as software integration and deployment. We also offer a dedicated longevity for our products with reliable customer service. From here, you can see that we are aimed at 4 applications to meet emerging trends in next-generation medical equipment. First is precision medicine, which uses genetic analysis and molecular diagnostic technology to improve treatment efficacy. The design requirement for IVDS and DNA analysis equipment will advance in coming years to meet changing diagnostic and treatment demands. Second is robotic surgery. These are becoming increasingly significant in overcoming the limitation of pre-existing minimally invasive surgical procedures. Surgical robots enhance the capabilities of doctors performing major operations. Additionally, robotic and 3D navigation systems can be used with a CT to assist surgeons in their procedures. Third is specialist diagnosis. This is different from general medical diagnosis or traditional radiological diagnosis like CTs or X-ray. The increasing development of specialized medical equipment will provide doctors with accurate information and improve diagnosis and treatment. Specialist diagnosis solutions, including scanner for dentistry and ocular ultrasound for eye surgery. The last application is telemedicine. Telemedicine refers to the long-distance transmission of high-resolution image for remote diagnosis and monitoring. These 4 trends encapsulate the direction of further development in medical equipment. We all know that AI, in addition to multitask and accelerate computing, will play an important role in the next generation of medical applications. AI will be particularly important in medical image diagnosis, genetic sequencing, and specialty applications. The introduction of AI will help take smart medicine to the next level. Advantech DMS team provides a comprehensive AI solution, including Xilinx, NVIDIA Jetson, and the Quadro solution, aimed at helping customers deploy and integrate application devices. Presently, an increased number of specialty diagnosis is used in clinic and outpatient, necessitating a stylish and powerful computing system. In order to meet this demand, Advantech Medical Equipment DMS team, we have developed two evaluation kits, MEB-C100 and the upcoming MEB-P200. This ready-for-market solution can help customers quickly adapt to change in market demand and technology. The MEB-C100 is a slim, silent, and expandable server-grade medical PC equipped with an MXM GPU for image analysis application. The MEB-C100 delivers high-performance computing and data processing with minimal noise. This eliminates potential distraction while also ensure easy deployment in a range of environments. The suitability and the benefit of the MEB-C100 for certain applications are clear. In ophthalmology, doctors need to concentrate without being disturbed during surgery. In dentistry, consultation requires a quiet environment for dentists to be able to discuss treatment with their patients. In CT MRI control room, image analysis workspace need to be highly organized and clear of clutter. The MEB-C100 is an ultra-quiet, high-performance system that could suitable for diversified clinic medical applications. These are Advantech evaluation kit, MEB-C100 and MEB-P200. They feature the low-profile mainboard design and the optimized thermal solution. Customers can select best suitable CPU and GPU card for their PC box or all-in-one PC based on their medical application. The ready-for-market solution can easily implement into different applications and reduce customer evaluation time. In addition, when it comes to the next generation of medical equipment, robotic surgery plays a very important role as well. Over the next few slides, Roger will detail how Advantech Medical Equipment DMS team supports surgical customers with their application needs.
Surgical robots are complex systems that require high-level integration. These systems comprise three major categories: a computing unit, an image processing unit, and a robot control unit. Let's move on and talk about the computing unit. The computer needs to handle data from different sources. These sources include endoscopic video stream and pre-operating image from the medical servers. A video stream will go through the system memory. It will then copy and write to the GPU for color correction, age enhancement, debater, and resizing. After the image finishes, it will transfer the data back to CPU and then display it. The computing unit needs to process high-resolution image and process patient data efficiently. Image processing algorithms require a lot of processing power. The heavy loading caused by processing image can yield increased latency. This latency can adversely affect surgical robot accuracy. Because the GPU outperforms in image acceleration method, an increased amount of design adapt GPU to handle image processing. This frees the CPU to be used for other tasks. So, how to select the one among the many options available to you? We bring you NVIDIA Jetson family solution. The most advanced NVIDIA Jetson family technology has integrated architecture in Jetson hardware. The CPU and GPU are placed on single die and share the same system memory. Such architecture offers new opportunity for CPU-GPU communications, which are absent in decreased GPUs. This measure will reduce one-time data copy and write from CPU memory to GPU memory to lower system latency. Last but not the least, Product lifecycle support is also an important consideration in medical device design. Advantech's medical equipment team has a smart lifecycle management process called Smart LCM control flow. This process comprises the product design to end of product line. To maintain transparency, we provide material screening in the design phase and ensure bone health. We also perform regular material review and EOL or PCN scanning to share the first-hand material information with our customers. We consider customer rolling forecast planning and order fulfillment to set a milestone for stage change with EOL components. Additionally, we continue tracking and reviewing ways to extend the product life cycle in a manner that reduces recertification costs. Because of this management process, we can guarantee a 15 years product life cycle. This ensures material availability and reduce recertification frequency, and thus reduce total cost of ownership. Since 2013, Advantech developed a set of R&D management platforms that integrate product development management, or IPDM. This platform provides project status overview, including schedule control report, record of bug handles, and resource usage management. This greatly enhances production efficiency and quality, while providing project health overviews. This platform helps shorten product development process. High-density component design turns cooling into complex chain. PCB thermal simulation is predictable at the beginning of research and development. High-speed signal evolve continuously and become increasingly complicated in application. The key to successful product design and release in one version is PCB simulation in particular. Advantech has established an exclusive signal integrity laboratory. There are several kinds of high-speed real-time oscilloscopes used in validating PCI Express, HDMI, USB, SATA, and KR4 network signals. Medical solution power design must adhere to specific regulations. Advantech leverages automated tests to verify various system power supply and components. Likewise, Advantech provides a full safety and environmental testing laboratory. Highly accelerated light testing, or HOT, determines product reliability in stress conditions. Advantech's factories are ISO 13485 certificate and have implemented the PFMA process, failure analysis, installation, operation, and performance qualification process ensure products are manufactured exactly as expected. We follow strict quality standards and keep our fixtures up to date. We also give our personnel advanced training. As medical products play a vital role in human health, they require strict process and procedural control. Likewise, production data need to be stored for years according to device regulations. Advantech review and approve production procedure change on our PLM Agile system to facilitate change control. Advantech uses a barcode system and RFID reader during manufacturing to detect and correct errors in material management and improve production quality. We also have set up a product traceability procedure that guarantees medical product quality. This procedure enables us to trace production record in our system. Advantech medical teams support our customers and carefully consider which type of service decrease their time to market. Advantech offers a one-stop shop service that help partners accelerate their application revolution. This service consists of several industry peripherals like memory, wireless module, storage, display, and software service. This software service comprise embedded BIOS, software API, voice device arm for remote management, Windows OS, and cloud solution. Consider the new technology platform and leverage thermal innovation during system integration. Advantech provides our medical customers with excellent support, ushering in future medical innovation.
We hope you gain a better understanding of Advantech Medical DMS. Following today's video, Advantech Medical DMS mission is to become a long-term strategic partner of healthcare providers. So please feel free to contact Advantech Medical Service regarding any medical-related questions or solutions. Let's move forward together to next generation medical equipment. So thank you for listening. See you. Bye-bye.